We shall discuss now the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War. This war, the final conflict of the four Anglo-Mysore wars. The British captured the capital of Mysore, even though Tipu Sultan was killed in the battle, and British took indirect control of Mysore, restoring the Wadairs dynasty to the Mysore throne. Tipu Sultan's young heir Fateh Ali was sent into exile after the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War. The kingdom of Mysore became a princely state in a subsidiary alliance with British India, covering a parts of present Kerala, Karnataka, Coimbatore, Dakshina Kannada and Uttara Kannada to the British. Let us discuss what are the causes for the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War. You know that all Tipu Sultan got defeat in the Third Anglo-Mysore War personally. According to the Treaty of Srirangapatnam, Tipu Sultan had to pay war compensation and he has to keep his two children under the British custody until he will pay the dues. Now, he had paid all the dues and got his children released. During the time of war, he had lost many territories, and as per the Treaty of Srirangapatnam, he gave the important territory to the British and its allies as agreed. After paid all the dues and all, he claimed his right over Malabar regions under the British occupation, but British were refused this argument. At the same time, Lord Wellesley became the Governor General of India in 1798. Due to his governorship, political activities against Tipu Sultan became intensified during this period. In other side, Tipu Sultan's attempt to form an alliance of local rulers and his closeness with French angered Lord Wellesley further, even though Tipu Sultan sent an ambassador to France to seek the alliance of French. This enraged the British, and they thought that an alliance between France and Tipu Sultan would threaten the existence of the British in India. So, British government decided to make another treaty containing inhuman and impractical conditions was forced upon Tipu Sultan, but Tipu Sultan was rejected. His refusal started the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War. The Fourth Anglo-Mysore War was started in 1799. The British were able to destroy the strong fort. In the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War, Tipu Sultan was died while fighting against the British. After the death of Tipu Sultan, entire his kingdom came under the control of British. The British were very happy as if the whole India came under their rule. Most of the territories which were under the control of Tipu Sultan was shared among the British, Marathas and Hyderabad, means Nizams of Hyderabad. A small place or territory was handed over to the royal representatives of Mysore Wadairs. Later on, this region came to be known as Mysore Princely State or Princely Mysore State. Dhondia Wagh was a military soldier, adventurer and plunderer in 18th century India. He started his career in the service of Hyder Ali, the ruler of Mysore. During the Third Anglo-Mysore War, he deserted Ali's successor Tippu Sultan and subsequently raided territories on the Maratha-Mysore border. After the Maratha forced him to retreat, he sought refuge from Tippu and converted to Islam, changing his name to Malik Jahan Khan. After Tippu's death in the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War, he raised a force comprising soldiers from the former Mysore army and took control of northern part of the Mysore kingdom. The British East India Company as well as the Maratha Peshwa sent armies to check his rising power. Finally, he was ultimately defeated and killed by a British force led by Wellesley. So let me discuss how he became more powerful and how he captured some part of the Mysore territories. So many rebellions and protests against the British took place in Karnataka after the death of Tippu Sultan. Among them, the arms rebellion, which led by Dhondia Wagh, is an important rebellion. Dhondia Wagh was born in a Maratha family of Channagiri. At present it belongs to Davangere. He was called as the Wagh, the tiger, due to his bravery. He started his career as a cavalry soldier in Hyder Ali's army and grew to the position of military general. He built his own private army and fought along with Tippu Sultan. You know that due to some reasons, difference with Tippu, he was imprisoned and he got released after the death of Tippu Sultan in Fourth Anglo-Mysore War. He built a small army and started his operation. He organized the army with the unhappy soldiers of Tippu's army and the feudatory rulers who had lost power. So he made strong army and he captured Bidanuru and Shivamogga ports and made unsuccessful attempt to capture Chitradurga port. So Lord Wellesley, the British officer, was checking these all things and he sent army to stop Dhondia Wagh power. An attack was organized on Shivamogga, Honnalli, Harihara and other places under the control of Dhondia. Dhondia lost his base. After the capture of Shikaripura, Dhondia ran away towards Gutti. So British army captured his important places like Shivamogga, Honnalli, Harihara and other. Even though British also captured Shikaripura, due to this Shikaripura ran away towards Gutti. So Gutti was under the control of Nizams of Hyderabad. Nizams of Hyderabad also had friendly relationship with the British. So they also attacked on Gutti. From Gutti now Dhondia Wagh had to run towards the regions of Maratha. Even though Maratha also the favor to the British, so Maratha also following the Dhondia Wagh army in the Maratha region. So finally Dhondia Wagh had lost his horses, camels and arms. In spite of these, he continued his warfare against the British. Many unhappy Palegarers encouraged Dhondia Wagh. The French at Mahe of Malabar also extended their support to him. The British army followed him the vast area that included Harihara, Chitradurga, Shikaripura, Savanur, Ranibennuru, Kitturu and Lona. So after escaping, he got support by Palegaras, even though he also got support by French at the Mahe of Malabar. But British army was very strong. It was followed him the vast area that included Harihara, Chitradurga and all. The British who took over the Shirahatti killed many of his followers. So finally Lord Wellesley decided to end the adventurers of Dhondia Wagh. The British requested the help of local rulers. So Dhondia had recaptured Shikaripura port and he was scattered by the British army again. So British sought the help of local rulers to defeat the Dhondia Wagh. Even though Dhondia Wagh recaptured Shikaripura port, with the help of French, with the help of Palegaras and all, the British tried to defeat the army of Dondiya, which used to move in the area between Tungabhadra and Malaprabha river. Now British wanted to kill the Dondiya Wagh, so they sought the help of Marathas and Nizams. They attacked him from all the direction. He was followed by them when he left Raichur. So when he was moving from Raichur, that time British army was followed him. When he was caught in between Maratha army and Nizam's army, the British attacked him near Elaparavi and killed him at Konagal. With this, Dondiya Wagh stopped his war. The followers of Dondiya scattered. The British captured a large cache of arms and ammunitions.